Okay, so now we're going to look at something which is mostly faceless. One new way to look at the journal. Oh look, Firefox is giving it away. We can also export on via web server a Atom feed of our journal, which has some benefits. Basically, it's taking the same backend and it's just exporting it as an RSS feed instead, sorted by date as before. These are the sorts of things I've done. Interestingly, this view isn't at the moment sorting folders, and you'll see the query parser isn't hooked up, so this is exposing the Zapier raw syntax, not the sort of modified query syntax I had before. Those are details, but so I can subscribe to this feed, and I can sort of see the published things from C. Scott's journal. This is a way I can sort of share things with my friends easily. It also exports it as HTML, and this uses Google's open search feature, so I can actually search in my search box for, again, this is going to be Zapion's native search, so I need to do something like to see just the JPEGs in the image. This has some benefits for sort of brain dead collaboration. I can make searches like this. I can have a search for sort of in blog and sort of see all the things that I've published recently, the public things that I've done, which are tagged blog, and people can subscribe to them and use their favorite feed reader or Firefox's live bookmarks to sort of see all the things that are in my blog. And those blog entries can be images, they can be documents, they can be anything I create on my machine. And this sort of just works. It uses the same backend, and interestingly enough, Pinot has an open search backend. This just uses the standard A9 open search protocol, which is how you get it to sort of show up here. And so you can do queries on your friend's journal and have it show up in your journal just like your stuff does. So you don't really need to learn a new way of doing collaboration. I just get a peek into my friend's journal, and the sort of searching functions work just the same there, except the results are coming remotely. If I'm clever about how I do this, right now I'm using query strings. If my query looks something more like in blog or something, this would be more obviously cacheable, and if we're clever enough, we can actually use this use proper caching on sort of school servers to allow offline searches in the journal of people who aren't actually there for common things. Like I can publish my blog, have it cached in the school server, and people can see the things in my blog even if I'm not actually online at the time. The other little trick here is right now I'm searching for localhost :8000. Obviously that doesn't work outside my machine. This should really be something like cscott.1cc.accesslaptop.org. And the way to make that work is in a page on our wiki called Network Principles. So Firefox's Awesome Bar is great. That's really the sort of interface I want in our search bar as well. And interestingly enough, OpenSearch also suggests suggestions here, so you can have that same tab completion in the search bar. I haven't implemented it yet, but that's definitely on my list of features. The other thing is the styling of this HTTP page is obviously just sort of very basic right now. I could make this HTTP page presentation of my journal look a lot more like the standard journal for people who don't have an XO, who are accessing this, sort of just via HTTP. And that's the other fun thing, is that this lets me, the sort of RSS feed capability lets me interact with people who don't have XOs, who aren't using Sugar, and they can sort of, I can interact with them, they can interact with me in the same way. Okay, well, it looks like I'm not actually connected to the internet, so you're going to have to go to that website on your own, and that concludes my Screencast series. Thanks!